President Putin is using others, like wants to disclose information he cannot.
Information like what your government calls the Annunaki threat?
Among other things, yes.
Let's focus there for a second. To start, can you tell us when your government learned of this race and give us a little background on how Putin determined that they were, shall we say, not very friendly?
Sometimes in late 2012, I cannot remember the exact date. We began receiving intelligence reports of extraterrestrial, extraterrestrials in conflict areas like Syria, Afghanistan, Georgia, Ukraine. Many reports surface of extraordinarily tall humanoids, 3 to 5 meters. I'm sure you've heard of the Kandahar giant. That's just one of many. What we learned is that this race of evil ETs would seek out hotspots, places of conflict where they can camouflage themselves within the carnage of war. So they appear at battle sites and take corpses of dead and sometimes abduct the living. These stories are unreported because it is easy to explain as battle-induced acute stress and hallucinations.
How convenient. If these events, however, have happened beyond Russia's sovereign borders in Syria and other nations, why does Putin care?
Because unlike Western leaders, President Putin recognizes this burning great threat to humanity. If we do not fight them in Syria, we will have to fight them in Stalingrad.
Stalingrad? I thought Stalin was not to be mentioned in the new Russia under President Putin.
It was in Paris and they have Stalingrad metro station. So you Westerners think that you can have Stalingrad and stations cannot have Stalingrad. That's nonsense.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. And I would never presume to demand political correctness from Russians when I hate it here in America. Anyway, these Anunnaki, what is their disposition? How strong are they?
Unfortunately, it is hard to check exactly how many Annunaki are currently in this area. And there are many more seem to appear.
Okay, now that we're getting into your nation's efforts to eradicate the Anunnaki, can you tell us how exactly Putin plans to defeat a technologically and potentially numerically superior foe?
Some things I can say, some I cannot. Yeah. We discovered that Anunnaki were resilient to small arms, fire, like Kalashnikov bullets. Yeah. Usually they don't work on them. President Putin, he gave a secret executive order to organize nationwide effort to defeat this monster. Military base in Europe, Ural Mountains.
Right.
It was repurposed as a top secret ET, like extraterrestrial research center, to train Russian special services and to develop technology capable of reducing these.
I see. I presume you're referring to the Mskoya facility, and I'd like to return to that in a minute. Can you
Yes.
tell me about Russia's earliest skirmishes with the Anunnaki and the outcome of those engagements?
First outcome was bad, very bad. We did not know their defense technologies. We received report. We sent Stuxnets to chase them to vast networks of caves in Syria. We lost many combats. Our bullets often bounced above them. And they slaughter our soldiers like pigs in mud. They had plasma-based weapons and also use energy spears to skewer our fighting brothers. We lost maybe 200 men before finding a place in their armor where we can shoot them.
Yeah, a tragic loss of Russia's fighting men. How did your nation discover a weakness in the Anunnaki?
That's during an engagement. One Anunnaki mistakenly wounded another. And our Russian survivors of this battle captured one of the beasts and took it to Meshgor. Our Top scientists tried to interrogate it, but no luck. We could not understand their language. They speak in chirps and shirts. So if they could understand us, it never let us know. Since interrogation not possible, we do that next best thing, science. So we exposed the Annunaki to extreme heat, extreme cold, acid, even knowledge of poison. Nothing worked. Finally, after many months, we discovered two weaknesses. Acoustic weapons of certain frequencies cause Anunnaki much pain and make them fall to the ground. Also, they can be killed by energy-based weapon like a laser, 10 kilowatt laser, powerful enough to vapor a single Anunnaki. And this happened, that subject died. Unfortunately, these weapons right now are large and must be vehicle-mounted. Training troops with handheld versions, but right now these are only strong enough to stun the smaller Anunnaki, but certainly not all.
Fascinating. Do you know how many encounters have Russian special services had with the Anunnaki?
Yes, 7 that I am aware of. This does not count the recent bombings of Anunnaki enclaves in Syria.
You say bombings. Bombs, in my mind, are considered conventional weapons.
Yes, special ordnance developed by Ministry of Defense. I do know technical schematics, but in addition to explosion, like the weapons release energy pulse on detonation that damages Anunnaki brains.
Well, if that being said, and if that is true, then Putin should have no problem wiping all the existing Anunnaki off the face of the planet.
If only it was so easy. Anunnaki have a unique form of transportation. They use portals which only they can see. It transport instantaneously from one location to another. If they see the attack coming, they can strike back, and this has happened, or they can vanish through a portal and reappear somewhere else. Maybe thousands of miles away. We speculate that the portals are fixed locations instead installed by the Anunnaki in previous years. And we have no idea how many of these portals are on the planet. It could be millions for all we know, maybe even back to their homeworld.
And based on what you know, where is that?
Russian intelligence believes the Anunnaki are natives of the 5th and 7th planet of the Nibiru system.
How did Putin or whomever with the Ministry of Defense come by that information?
Because they told us so.
Some clarification is needed here, Strelnikov. Earlier, a few minutes ago, you said communication with the Anunnaki was impossible. That being so, how was this information delivered?
Yes, in that statement, I referred only to the captured one, the captured Anunnaki, who could not communicate. But like I said, we had many engagements with these evil creatures. Some times ago, after we killed nearly 200 of them in a fight, an Anunnaki emissary reached out to President Putin and offered him an ultimatum. This time he spoke perfect Russian.
Where did this contact happen?
It materialized near Ministry of Defense headquarters and demanded to speak with Putin. Very tall, 4 meters, translucent skin, phasing in and out of existence. Mike, I'm out of time for this today, for this talk.
No problem, Strelnikov. You do not know how grateful I am to you for sharing with us this incredibly important story. I hope that you will agree to chat with me again, as there's certainly a lot more information about the Anunnaki to cover, and yes. I would like to conclude with that topic before we dive into other topics.
All right, Mike. I will be in touch with you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Strelnikov. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you.